I am telling you right now, Conor McGregor is not coming back to the UFC in 2025. It has been evident for years upon years upon years that Conor McGregor says the same bullshit every year. And it has been so obvious time after time after time, and it sucks. But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you exactly why Conor McGregor is not going to come back. And it's going to be the same problems that has been for the last couple of years, and is the fact of contract negotiations. Conor McGregor and the UFC can never seem to analyze the right timeline for Conor McGregor's return, whether it be McGregor's own fault or Dana White's own fault. They can never come to a compromise, and when they do, UFC pays a hefty bag for it. But at the end of the day, they do seem to get a very good return. And the problem with Conor that I think is just the guy has just got so much money. There is nothing left for him to do in the UFC. You have won so much money over the years. You built yourself this crazy legacy. What is there more to lose? I think deep down he still thinks he could be world champ, but we all know Conor McGregor is done for. There is nothing left for him to gain in the UFC. His fighting style is outdated. He is not the fighter that he was 8 years ago. And if you think about it, Conor McGregor in the last 9 years has only fought 5 fights in MMA. And out of those 5 fights, you know how many fights McGregor won? 2 of them. The last time we saw Conor McGregor win was in 2020 against an old, beat-up Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Like, guys, there is nothing left for McGregor in the UFC. He does have 2 fights left on his contract, but those fights are going to be hard to come by. The UFC are going to want those fights on their own terms and their own way. And Conor McGregor's not going to want it their way. He's going to want to cash out. He's going to want the fights that he wants. And on top of that, the UFC, you know they're going to try and re-sign him. Why do you think Conor McGregor didn't fight in the last 2 years? Because Dana White was being stuck up and trying to get Conor McGregor to re-sign a deal and restructure his contract with the UFC. Because the UFC, they don't want to see Conor McGregor go off the dollars outside of their own promotion. They don't want to see Conor McGregor fight Jake Paul in a boxing match. They don't want to see Conor McGregor fight Floyd Mayweather again. They don't want to see fight Manny Pacquiao and all these other guys, because they don't want to see Conor McGregor's stock dwindle under their umbrella of the UFC. The UFC, what they're going to try to do to Conor McGregor now is going to suck. It's going to make Conor McGregor look terrible, and it's what they've done to legends in the past. And it sucks for a guy like Conor McGregor that has made them so much money over the years. The guys that got him to sign that huge deal in 2016 when Zuffa got bought out, just seen get torn apart and demolished. Look, they're going to feed Conor McGregor in these last 2 fights whenever he fights them, because I don't think he's going to fight this year. But when he does, you know who they're going to feed Conor McGregor to? The Wolves. They're going to give him the worst of worst matchups. They're going to make Conor McGregor look so shitty and look so terrible that when he leaves the UFC and fights these big boxing matches, it's because the fact that he was washed. It's the simple fact of that. Conor McGregor, he's probably going to fight, I don't know, a Max Holloway, maybe a Charles Oliveira, which are fun matchups. I wouldn't mind seeing that. These are great matchups. But when he fights these guys, he's not going to look good at all. I think if he fought Max Holloway today, Max Holloway's going to destroy him. Who knows? They might give him Ilia Topuria, because Topuria has been talking about coming up to 155. And if he gets Ilia Topuria, Topuria's gonna smoke him too. Topuria will demolish Conor McGregor. Max Holloway demolishes Conor McGregor. Charles Oliveira demolishes him. Conor McGregor, at this point in time of his career, I don't think there is nothing left for him that he can go for a title run or anything like that. If anything, the UFC, they're gonna cash out on Conor. Maybe build up these legacy fights and just call it a day. If there's one thing the UFC shouldn't do, is give him Dustin Poirier again. We saw that fight 3 times already. Dustin Poirier already won the trilogy. We saw how bad McGregor looked in their second fight and the third fight. He did not look good at all. So at that point, you might as well give him fresh matchups. You might as well feed him big names, but you know what's going to happen to him. He's going to crumble, and then once he leaves the UFC, the stock of McGregor, people are just going to realize that he's washed, and then he's going to get the Jake Paul fights, and it's just going to be like, well, we showed you the guy's not as good as he used to be. Why do you think he lost to Jake Paul? Why do you think he lost to these boxers and shit? The story of Conor McGregor is going to dwindle, and it's going to be so sad, man. For such a big name, a guy that achieved so much in such a small period of time in MMA, just to get thrown into obscurity like that is painful, man. And look, the reason why Conor McGregor is not going to be able to fight years like this year is going to be due to contract talks. It's going to be these issues with money and cost, and he's probably not going to find the best matchup. And the other problem is not only just with the UFC's umbrella. Conor McGregor has everything to blame about this too. Conor McGregor, tell me the last time you have seen Mystic Mac take a fight seriously. The Khabib fight, he was drunk and all fucked up throughout the whole build-up. We saw it unfold like that. Donald Cerrone, it looked like he was taking it serious in a way, but deep down, he was not. He was just more focused on other things and other projects. And same with the Dustin Poirier buildup. He did not look the same. He was looking to get big matchups in boxing and try to make even more money than before. Conor McGregor is not here to continue to build a legacy. We have known this for the last 9 years. If that was the case, he would have been back after the Floyd Mayweather fight. Honestly, what? Active. He would have been active, but no, he's not been active. We've known this. The stats show 5 fights in 9 years. That's not a lot of fights, dog. And Conor McGregor is only probably going to fight just because of all the stuff that has happened with him behind the scenes. Get his contract up. And Conor McGregor, credit to the guy. He's made a lot of money outside of the UFC. He made money on that boxing match. He made a lot of money with Proper 12. He now owns a share of BKFC. You can tell he's having a lot of fun doing that. And I think from here on out, Conor McGregor, I don't think he should fight anymore. I think he should just retire. And the only reason why I could see him fighting is just to get out of that UFC contract, just to be free and be his own man. Because, man, when you're slaved by the UFC and you make a lot of money like McGregor does, that's got to be kind of annoying, dog. Like, if Jake Paul comes up to you trying to get a boxing match, you can't do anything about it. You got to talk to Uncle Dana. Daddy Dana owns McGregor right now, and I don't think McGregor likes it. So the only way I could see him coming back is just to get out of that contract and call it quits. Because Conor McGregor, for a multimillionaire he is, bro, it kind of sucks that you're owned by Uncle Dana. So, and that's just my opinion. I don't think Conor McGregor is going to come back this year. It's going to be a while till we see him again. Probably 2026. There's no talks. There's nothing being said about him. And I don't even think he's training right now. I don't know what the fuck McGregor's up to. And nobody knows. And if these so-called Logan Paul and Conor McGregor fight materializes, man, you know damn well we're not going to see McGregor, dog. Because if that $250 million is true, we won't see McGregor probably after that fight ever again. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Do you guys think McGregor will return? If he does, who do you think he will fight? But anyways, people, that's just my take. Good game, boys. Catch you later. Deuces. I'm out.